Hello, everybody. This is your friendly neighborhood math teacher, Mr. Swanson. I am here to give you an update on the data and statistics project that we are going to be working on. This will be a test grade. It is critical that you watch this video to see how to create this stuff. All right, so follow along with me carefully. I'll try to be quick so this video won't be long. Last week, we collected data. That was task one. All right. Read through task one, though, so you know what this activity, this project is going to be about. We're going to create two different types of graphs. We're going to identify the different parts of them, the mean, median, mode, range, the interquartile range, the range. I already said that, but that's okay. And we're going to make inferences and compare data using comparative inferences, which is what we did in topic 6 right before spring break. So today we are just going to focus on task 2, which is we are going to use Google Sheets with all the data. We're going to pick 2 categories and create 2 different bar graphs. We're going to use bar graphs instead of the dot plots because the Google Sheets allows us to use bar graphs. It'll be very simple, very similar. You just kind of have to go back and look at the data in order to find the mean, median, mode, and range. But we'll do that next week. All right. So today we're just focusing on the bar graphs. 2 of them is what we need to make. All right. So here's what we're going to do. You are going to be given in Google Classroom a set of data. So let's say you got this set of data. And what I need to do is I need to go through all of this, these different survey questions. What's your height? How many siblings? How many pets? How many texts? How many Snapchat friends? How many hours do you spend asleep per night? And then how many hours do you spend working on school each day? So let's say, for example, that you want to focus on how many hours that you want to spend on school. Here is how you are going to create these bar graphs. Very simple. Google's going to do all the work for you. You just got to make sure to put it in this sheet properly. All right. So here's what we're going to do. We're going to just pick anywhere on the Google Sheet. It does not matter where you put it because we're going to highlight it and then go from there. So let's just title this first one hours spent, not sent, spent on schoolwork. So we'll just say school. All right. And this will be the number of students that spend the various hours. So we'll say number of students. And yours doesn't have to be exactly, it just needs to be similar. So the various hours, I need to figure out what is the range of my hours? The smallest number is, if I go through here and I look at my data, I got a 0. So the smallest number is 0. Somebody's not doing anything on their schoolwork. Surprise, surprise. And the largest number it looks like is 7. And so we will go, have to count all the way up to 7 on this one. So 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, and 7. All right, and then we have to count up how many students had spent 0 hours on their schoolwork. That's 1 student. How many spent 2? So I have to go through and I have to count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So 8 kids spent 2 hours. Now I'm going to go through how many kids spent 3 hours. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Come on. 6, 7. 7 kids spent 3 hours. So I'll put in a 7 here. All right, and we'll continue all the way down until we get to 7. But I'm going to stop right there because I don't want to do all the work for you. Now, what we're going to do is when we got all our data set up exactly like this, because if you do not set it up like this, your graph will not be correct, okay? So we're going to highlight what it is that we want to graph. So I'm going to grab all of the data that I want to graph. Click on it, select it all, drag, your mouse across it. Now we go up to Insert, Chart. Click on that. And if it does not give you a column chart first, it might give you a line chart first. We'll click on chart type. We want a column chart, which is also known as a bar graph. And you can see that this is very similar to a dot plot. Right here we got 1, right? Here we've got 8. Here we've got 7. So you can see how many data points there are in each column. Down here it says hours spent on schoolwork, 0 hours. Where'd the 1 go? Did I not ever put in a 1? I didn't put in a 1. So I gotta go back here and I gotta fix it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Made a mistake. Hey, it happens. So now we have to go back and we got to find 1. So how many kids spent 1 hour? 1, 2. Only 2 kids spend 1 hour. So we'll come back over here. We'll change that to 2. We'll change this to 8. Change this to 7. Now, once again, let's see how we do this. We highlight it, select all that we want the graph to show. So we want the graph to show this data right here. Make sure to get your labels in there as well. Insert chart. We want the column chart. You do not have to mess with anything else on here. Okay, you can then change your title up here if you want to make it something, more exciting if you want. You can, change the colors and make it look all nice and neat if you want, but you do not have to. All right. Once you get to this part, you need 2 of these. So then I gotta go back and pick another set of data, make another bar graph. When I'm done with the 2 bar graphs, you can stop. All right, that's all we're doing right now, 2 bar graphs. So we're taking 2 sets of data. You got to figure out which of these sets of data do we want to make our graphs about. Some of these will be nice data to make your graphs on. Some of these will not. So you got to figure out which one you want to use to make your bar graph. You might want to pick the one that's easiest. You might want to pick the one that's most interesting to you. But today we're just focusing on the bar graphs. That's it. All right? Let me know if you have any questions. It's pretty easy as long as you do exactly as I say on creating these bar graphs and moving the data, setting up the data exactly how I said. Okay? So if you go up here, set it up exactly this way, highlight, insert chart, make sure it is a column chart. All right, send me any questions you might have. First thing I'm going to ask you, though, is did you watch the video? All right, if you did not watch the video, I'm going to tell you to watch the video. All I'm going to do is create another video to show you how to do it if you have specific questions, though. But if there's specific questions on things that your computer's doing funky or whatever, we'll figure out something to work around that. Okay? And if you also want to just send me an email to say, hey, how you doing? You're more than welcome to do that, people. Okay? Everything is going great here at the Swanson House. We are just hanging out, watching a lot of Netflix, playing a lot of video games, doing some woodwork, playing a lot of Pokemon Go. Hey, don't knock it till you try it. Okay? I'm trying to get my Charmander all leveled up. All right? Evolved all the way. You guys can try that too if you want. Maybe I'll see you out there Pokemoning. It's something to pass the time, get you out walking at least, so you're not sitting on the couch. All right. Hope everybody has a good day, and I will talk and see you later, everybody.